Hey everyone, Charting Man Dan from ChartGuys.com. You know, behind every single video that we put out every single day, there's a wonderful community of traders that we want to invite you to be a part of. Try the free 7-day trial and gain access to our live market broadcasts every morning and afternoon, interact with hundreds of like-minded traders, or take part in one of our dedicated chat rooms, each led by an analyst that's there to answer your questions in real time. Our trial is risk-free with absolutely no commitment or credit card required to experience the TCG community. For those looking for a head start in technical analysis, check out our entries and exits course in the link below in the description. Get up to speed with the fundamentals of TCG technical analysis and experience over 5 hours of great community-driven trading education. Checking in on the biotech sector, XBI, IBB, SRPT, and GILD. So XBI here is pulling back. We filled this gap to the downside, and that gap was at 69.36, and the long lower wick filled that gap, bounced off the 50-day, bounced just above the middle Bollinger Band. It is a bullish reversal hammer. We've seen a few bullish reversal candlesticks here on this pullback with no confirmation. So that confirmation is important. We need to see another green day tomorrow to be, or make that Monday, to be confident that we have set a new higher low. So we had a downtrend of lower highs and lower lows through the end of March, early April. That clearly broke to favor the bulls when our higher low and higher high showed up. Now we are looking for another higher low, but we need to turn things around and for the bulls to show back up to be confident that that is the case. So the high of the last little bounce attempt here that puttered out was 71.02. Breaking that level will have us looking right back up to 72.38, which is the highest price we've seen in the past couple of months, and then we've got 72.56, the highest price we've seen in over a year. So the bulls are still in control. We just need some follow through and some confidence that our new higher low has been established. We can see here on XBI the very strong uptrend all of 2016 continuing into 2017 and just needing that little bit of follow through to the upside. We have a potential cup and handle pattern here where we have our left side of the cup, we pulled back, right side of the cup was a lower high, and now looking for a bit of consolidation. We'll see if the handle ends up playing out. I wouldn't be making any trades based off that pattern, but just something to keep an eye on, as that would be the psychology of the pattern setting up. IBB on the daily time frame also pulling back. We haven't filled the gap yet. That gap is at 292.40, and we do have a little lower high and lower low here. Not as clear a bullish reversal candlestick as XBI on Friday had, but we have not pulled back as much. So on the daily time frame, the bulls have to get over this little high bounce attempt of 299 on the dot in order to be heading back up to 387 and 303.34. But if we see further downside, that gap fill is the target of 292.40. So on the weekly time frame for IBB, can't get much more clear than that. Look at that 100-week moving average resistance, rejecting the price 4 times in the past 3 months. That is the level that the bulls must get back over in order to keep this uptrend intact. That 100-week is 297.19, and it is a tough resistance at this point. We'll be watching to see if the bulls can close over that level. We have our lower high established here as well, similar to XBI. Bulls need a higher low and a move over that 100-week moving average resistance. Some of the individual names here, SRPT, I like looking for a bullish entry here. Not ready just yet, but after the big bull move to the upside, we're consolidating. We're looking to form a higher low. We filled a little gap here to the downside. 32.78 has filled. We're now looking at the 50-day moving average of 31.59 and the 100-day moving average of 31.04. I'm just looking for a bullish reversal candlestick. After 4 solid pullback days, look at the volume. That's very low volume compared to some of the bull volume we saw on the way to the upside. And I'm looking for a bullish reversal candlestick to be looking for an entry and to have a level to put our stop loss under. Because we don't have any bullish candlesticks here, we don't have a clear level where we need to say, okay, the bulls must defend this level or I want to be out. And if we see that bullish reversal candlestick form with maybe a long lower wick, the end of that lower wick to the downside would be our stop out level where we would get out if the bulls can't see any follow through from that candlestick. So patiently watching for a bullish entry. And why we're looking for that bullish entry is because we broke this long-term pattern. This pattern had played out for about 5 months. It was a descending triangle pattern with a horizontal base of support and a lower high, tighter and tighter before the bull break. When we broke 34.85, that was the bull break. We rejected from the upper Bollinger Band resistance, and now we're pulling back. So we have plenty of moving average support here on the weekly time frame. I'm looking at 31.16, 30, make that 29.16. The 50-week is 31.69, so a couple of supports in the 31s, and watching to see if this new higher low forms, and then looking to continue this move to the upside, and we'll see if this upper Bollinger Band begins ascending to the upside to create some more room for the bulls. So watching for a bullish reversal candlestick on the daily time frame early next week. GILD, Nice back test of this middle Bollinger Band. This middle Bollinger Band was tough resistance, 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections. It turned into support. We back tested it and held it as support. Bulls buying the dip, closing above that candlestick, and now trying to head back up to a recent high of 69.16. So the daily trend did change. It was a 2-month downtrend. The bulls broke it, now a higher low and looking for a higher high. So the weekly time frame has a ton of work to do still. The bears are still very much in control. The middle Bollinger Band, we've only closed over this middle Bollinger Band 1 week in the past year. So that shows the very clear downtrend that we have been in, and that middle Bollinger Band is going to be just above $69 this coming week. The high of this past week was right under that level. So close above this weekly middle Bollinger Band, and we'll look for the same thing. It's pretty much the same thing on the daily. We had a clear downtrend, close above the middle Bollinger Band. We saw some follow-through, clear downtrend, close above the middle Bollinger Band, and we'll be looking for some follow-through, but still have to get that step to see that bull action. So I appreciate you watching. We'll keep an eye on this biotech sector. The bulls are certainly still in control and looking for some follow-through to the upside and scouting some potential bullish entries on SRPT and GILD. And if trading GILD, you could have a stop loss where if we close under the middle Bollinger Band, that would be an exit signal for a pretty tight stop in the short term. So thanks again, and we'll see you soon.